this week on Strong Arm Sports Podcast. And these TV networks are pissed off because the NBA is making a ton of money from these TV networks, and then these stars are not in the game. Damn, Saints. I don't know. The league might have to let the Saints put a 12th player on the field. 11 clearly ain't enough for the Saints.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we grinning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in they right.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sport Podcast, the realest sport podcast in all the land. Bro, as soon as I hit record, my eyes started wilding, but we still gonna make it through this show. Hopefully you guys know about us if you happen to be new. Maybe you never seen our show or you never heard our show. So let us introduce ourselves, man. We happen to be the hottest up-and-coming sports podcast around the land, man. What we do is we take the previous week, we take all the sport news, we throw out the old, like Cleo throwing a cassette out the window and set it off, and we bring you guys the hotness with no sugarcoat, no biases, just the strong arm truth. I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, LaParis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade.
Yes, sir.
Got a great show for these guys today.
That's
I want to start off by saying this, man. You know, I started off last week. I said something. And I'm starting off this week. I'm saying something else, babe. And I want to say...
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say thank you to Colin Kaepernick. Not all heroes wear capes. And I want to thank Colin Kaepernick for making people realize the injustices that's going on in America today. And it has a ton of people coming out saying things today, different type of superstar athletes, NFL owners, a ton of people are responding to what our commander-in-chief had to say, and they coming out, they not going to stand for it, literally. And tomorrow will be tomorrow, Sunday, will be an interesting day to see what's going on in the NFL, Spade. That's how I want to start the show. That's how
I like it, bro. I like it.
Spade.
You got this new thing about you. Every day you want to start the show off with a punch to the gut.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But like Spade, speaking of punches to the gut,
we got one, didn't we?
You know, let me tell you something. People always debating me. The NBA is better than the NFL, and it's because the NBA offseason be so lit, and the NFL, aside from the games, don't nothing happen during the week. NBA this, NBA that. Well, Spade, something happened today, Saturday. Something happened. You guys didn't know the New York Knicks traded Carmelo Anthony to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, and a second-round pick. So the Oklahoma City Thunder, Spade, has Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony. If you guys didn't know, it was reports coming out of Carmelo camp that he was willing to trade waive the no-trade clause to go to the Rockets or to the Cavs or to go to multiple teams. Different, you know, it was a report out there about the Blazers as well. But he waived his no-trade clause, and Carmelo Anthony is headed to Oklahoma City. Spade.
Yep.
You're supposed to be there. I'm doing quote fingers over here. The NBA guru on this show.
That's what they call me.
Your boy.
Look, man.
Is this going to work?
Hold on. Wait. We'll get there. Now, I know we older guys now, man. We kind of at that part of our life where we kind of just chill. But at one point, young you used to go to the club, right?
Word.
If you went to the club, you probably had your eye on a few, prospects. That's what I'm going to call them. Few prospects, right?
Word.
As it got later, if them prospects weren't still around, you start looking at a whole bunch of other prospects that probably wasn't prospects at the beginning of the night. Am I correct?
Word.
That's what we got going on here, man. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Carmelo Anthony really wanted to be a Houston Rocket. Let me go ahead and give it to y'all straight. He wanted to be a Houston Rocket. The Rockets wanted to make it happen. It was going to take a 3-team trade. The Rockets unloaded so much to try to get Chris Paul. They just could not make the deal happen. They tried. They tried over and over and over. They could not make it happen. And it seemed like the closer it got to that man cutting the lights on in the nightclub, Melo realized at the end of the night that one thing he was sure about was that he didn't want to go home and hop in the bed with the Knicks again. You know, that's what he knew he didn't want to do. So then he was like, you know what? I'll go to the Cavs. I'll go to Portland. I go to OKC. He'll go anywhere. Anywhere, just please don't let me end the night going home with the Knicks. As for whether or not it'll work, I don't know. I don't know. And I want to be optimistic. I want to say that I like it, but I honestly don't. I feel like of all the teams that we heard Carmelo express some interest in, none of the teams would have worked as well as the Rockets. And when I said that to somebody else, they said to me, it ain't enough ball for Carmelo in Houston. I was like, but hold on. James Harden does shoot a lot, but he passes a lot as well. And we also have seen games where James Harden really just kind of looked like he wanted to defer. He don't even really want to play. We've seen those games.
The playoffs.
Chill.
Go ahead,
relax. Relax. He was tired.
Okay.
Also, Chris Paul can score, but Chris Paul is definitely not a shoot-first PG. He's not. You look at these other teams. Hey, I love Dame, but Dame is a shoot-first PG. You better go ask LaMarcus Aldridge. That's why LA got the hell up out of there. That man's a shoot-first PG. Russell is a shoot-first PG. Now, I know what you guys are going to tell me. Spade. Russ averaged a triple-double. He did. He did. But let's keep it a stack. Russ ain't passing to move the ball around. Russ is passing to get a dime.
Whoa, I'm not going to let you slander Westbrook.
He wants you to shoot. That's not slander, bro. That's not slander. That's the strong arm truth. He's passing to get a dime. Like, he prefers to set people up to score. And I'm not saying Melo can't flourish in that. But Melo is an ISO guy. Melo wants the ball. Melo wants the ball. He wants everybody else to go to the other side of the court. He want to do his thing. I'm not saying Melo can't exist in OKC's offense, but that's not the Melo we've seen for 14 years or however long he's been in the league. That's not what we've seen him do. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not going to say that it won't work. I think it could possibly work to a certain extent. But even if it works flawlessly, as well as it could possibly work, I still don't see them being the favorite in the West. I don't see it. So for Melo, I don't think it's about being the favorite. I don't think it was about winning a ring. It ain't never been about winning a ring with Carmelo. Carmelo could have been in a better situation. He had suitors out there. He could have been in Houston. He could have been in Chicago. It was suitors that wanted Melo. Melo wanted that check, and he got that check. Right now, I think it's about being able to play the game and feel like you are wanted, feel like you're in a place where they want you. I don't think Melo is even concerned about a ring. I don't think that crossed his mind once. But as for whether or not I think it'll work, I wouldn't bet any of my cash on it. I really wouldn't.
Is it my turn yet?
It's your turn, bro. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why I like it, Spade.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to tell you why I like it.
Oh, Lord.
I like it because, Spade, we talk a lot of NBA, and not just on this show. I'm talking about we just talk sports all day. That's what we do. We talk sports.
Because the NBA is awesome.
Spade. Sports is awesome. Sports. Spade. I think it's going to work because we watched a lot of Thunder games. What happened when Westbrook come off the court? It's like a my career game. You have the lead. You have the lead with Westbrook on the court. Soon as they take Westbrook off the court, they blow the lead. The lead is gone.
Yeah,
the lead is gone.
That's true.
So if you're able to take Westbrook out, give him a little bit more, a breather for a longer periods of time, but in every quarter and not just the second quarter or in the third quarter, and he had to play the whole fourth, then it keeps him fresher for the fourth quarter. So if you could take Westbrook out a little bit in the first, a little bit in the second, a little bit in the third, and you can have Melo and PG out there doing their thing, Spade, this can potentially be great. Not only does it keep Westbrook fresher for the whole season. We already know what we're getting from Westbrook. Westbrook going to play hard every night. He's going to bring it every night.
110%.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like if you can at least keep him fresher, that playoff run. Now I don't have the Thunder. Let me put the disclaimer out. I still have the Warriors as the favorite in the West. I have the Warriors winning the championship for the foreseeable future. But if you can at least, I think we both agree, Spade, that maybe James Harden and Westbrook, they kind of wore down in the playoffs. We can agree there?
I do. I agree.
Okay, so if you're able to dial back some of his minutes during this crucial 82-game season and have him a little bit fresher for the playoffs, who knows what can happen. I mean, we seen the Denver Nuggets upset. Who was that? The Supersonics with the Dikembe. I mean, the Nuggets had the Dikembe and the Supersonics had Peyton and Sean Kemp and all of them, that team, and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen.
Yep.
I mean, it's a slim chance of it happening, but it can happen. And I'm gonna tell you when it won't happen. When you got Westbrook or James Harden out there and they tired and they exhausted because they've been backpacking a whole team during the whole season. So I like it. I understand why. I definitely agree with you. Melo was like, you know what? I got to get out of New York. This is not it.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. But I kind of like the move for Melo. I kind of like the move. And I understand why the Thunder did it. But I gotta ask you this, Spade. We talked off camera. What the hell are the Knicks doing? What are the Knicks doing? They traded for Enes Kanter. Maybe they're going to move Kanter. I don't know. Kanter is an asset. I think he gets buckets. He's definitely on a bucket-getting team.
Player.
Yes. Yeah. Spade. They have Willie Herney Gomez. They have Kyle O'Quinn. They have Kristaps Porzingis. They have Joakim Noah, and now they added Enes Kanter. That's 5 bigs right there. Now, if you want to say Kristaps Porzingis is a different type of big, that's fine. You can take Porzingis out. They still got 4 bigs, and Noah make like $72 million, Spade. Kanter make as you say, a heap of money.
A heap.
What the hell is the Knicks doing, bro?
Well, I mean, first, the Knicks don't want Melo. For some reason that I really don't understand, they've made it clear. Like, they're not even dancing around the topic anymore. They don't want him. Yeah. They want him gone. At this point, bringing him back just would not have worked. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it wouldn't have worked for either side. It wouldn't have worked for Melo. It wouldn't have worked for the Knicks. It's like you can't say, like, we don't want each other and then try to make, like, it ain't going to work.
I agree.
I think both sides were just fatigued with trying to get it done. They've been on the phone with Houston, man. They probably, if you pick up somebody from the Knicks organization phone, man, they probably got Houston all in the damn call log. They've been trying their best to make it work. I think it's drawing closer to the season. The season starts in like a month.
Yep.
Like it's getting close to the season starting, and it's to the point where I think everybody was like, you know what? Let's just get the deal done. We'll figure everything else. We'll figure everything else out later. Let's just get the deal done. And I think that's what happened. Yeah, they got a lot of bigs. You know something else, bro? And I'm jumping subjects. You know, just 4 days ago, Kanter had just made a post about how much he loves OKC and his loyalty to OKC. It goes back to folks saying, you know, this is just a business at the end of the day. It don't matter. These players are just movable commodities for these teams. And I kind of hate it for Kanter because Kanter was the one on the bench. He was popping off to KD. Like, why didn't you do this for us last year? Why you such a tough guy now? Why weren't you that here? Like, I kind of get the feeling that Kanter, I think he ride or die for OKC, and they shipped his ass straight out of there at the first chance of getting something better. One other thing I kind of want to go back, I want to piggyback on something you said earlier where you were saying you like, you know, the addition for what it could do to the team in terms of giving Westbrook rest, much needed rest. I agree with you on that. But I don't necessarily agree with it. What I question, my concern would be, you're talking about 3 alpha males. You're talking about 3 guys that's been the star of their team at every point of their career. Maybe Russ wasn't the star of his team when KD was there. That's up for debate. But he definitely took that crown and tilted that joint on his head right after KD left. And everybody's going to say the right thing when the media's around, like, we just want to win. But old habits die slow, bro. I'm going to tell you, Hurricane Irma came through Atlanta and killed my power. And every room I walked in, I hit the damn light switch, even though I knew the power was out, because old habits die slow. Once it's game time, Russ not going to tell himself, oh, this guy is PG. That guy's Melo. Old habits going to be like, go to the rack, go to the rack, go to the rack, go 110%, and I just don't know that it's going to work. I think everybody involved wants it to work, but old habits die slow, bro. That's my motto for the day.
And I agree with that. And you know, I love Westbrook, but this, if this is going to work, is definitely on Westbrook. Westbrook got to be the guy that's going to make this work. And that may mean, I know how much Westbrook loved getting a triple-double. That may mean not getting a triple-double, not averaging a triple-double. It's on Westbrook to make it's on Westbrook to make this work if it's going to work at all. But like I said, if anybody is concerned about guys getting their numbers, I think they can still get their numbers over there when they take Westbrook out. But for this to work, Westbrook can't go out there and be going 12 or 40. You know, he had some games when we was looking at that shooting, them shots, and then shooting percentage like, oh my God. But I feel,
and nobody else on the team in double-digit shot attempts. The next highest person on the team got 8 or 9 shot attempts. Like, that ain't going to work with these guys. Neither of those guys are going to be all right with that.
I agree. And I definitely think it's on Westbrook to make this work. last point on the Knicks, Spade, then we can move on. Last point.
Yes, sir. Go.
What the hell are they going to do with these bigs, Spade? They got Cantor. Do you think they try to move Cantor? I mean, we was talking off camera. You said they need to cut bait with Noah, but Noah making $70-something million to pretty much be on the bench because Gomez been hurting. I would assume in the NBA when you cut somebody, they get their guarantee all their money unless you buy them out. If I'm Noah, I'm not accepting a buyout. I'm going to sit on the bench, get my $70-something million, or for them to buy me out, they got to give me like $40 million like up front. They got to cut me a check for $40 million to buy me out, like right now. But I just don't know. Hernie Gomez, I like his game. I think he's a young big in his league, and I think he's going to be a solid to good to better than good big in his league. I don't know if they're keeping Cantor. I don't know what's going on with Noah. I think we both agree that Kyle O'Quinn he's a goon. He a dog.
I like Kyle O'Quinn. I was going to say, if it's up to me,
go ahead.
And you know you're not touching Porzingis.
I like
what you get. I like what you get offensively from Cantor. I like O'Quinn. O'Quinn's a tad bit undersized. What is he, about 6'9", 6'10", maybe?
Yeah.
And they try to play him at the 5? I don't know, man. They got to figure it out. I saw a tweet today, and I know we got to move forward. We spending dumb long on this. But somebody tweeted and said, man, I'm excited for the Knicks to finally start this thing off with it being Porzingis' team. And I said, man, I think it's going to be a rocky road for Porzingis. Like, you can say what you want to say about Melo, but when the other team know the ball going to you, that changes everything. That changes everything. So I'm going to be curious to see what the Knicks look like this year. But I think we need to move forward, bro.
Yeah,
I got more
we
heat.
can definitely move on. I'm interested to know how the fans feel about the trade. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Tweet us. Hit us up in the email. Let us know.
Listen, man, when we tell y'all to tweet us, very few of y'all actually take that opportunity, man. You talking to two guys who really be at work, not doing our job, on social media talking sports, man.
Right.
Like, that's the easiest place to get a response from us. Usually when we upload to YouTube, we hang around and answer a question or two, or reply to a comment or two, and then we kind of out because we got so much other things going on. But the phone is kind of with you all the time, man. You can tweet us. Let's move forward, though. We just talked about OKC, and you can't talk about OKC and not talk about Kevin Durant and his departure and what it did to the team. So, man, let's talk KD. KD in the news this week, bro.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
KD in the news. He's in the news, man. So, in case you guys missed it, somebody tweeted Kevin Durant and said, yo, I'm a big fan of you. I got a lot of respect for you, but why did you leave OKC like you did? And Kevin Durant replied, that's not strange. That happens sometimes. But what, in the way he replied is where it gets strange. The man replied, but he was speaking in third person as though he wasn't himself. And it was kind of creeping folks out. He was like, Kevin left because Kevin didn't like Coach. Who was the coach, bro? I'm having a brain fart.
Billy Donovan.
Didn't like Coach Billy Donovan. Didn't like that roster. If you take Russ off of that roster, none of those dudes can play. He can't win with those dudes. Blah, blah, blah. It was a second tweet. Still speaking in third person, and then poof, they disappeared. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but we got a couple of Twitter accounts. I got my personal, LaParis has his personal, and we both have access to the Strong Arm Sports Twitter account. So what happens is, a lot of times somebody will reply to Strong Arm Sports, and I'll reply, and I don't realize that I'm on Strong Arm Sports account. I'll think I'm tweeting from my personal account. So people started to speculate, wait a minute, you mean to tell me Kevin Durant got a personal account, like a secret account, a ghost account, that he combats like Twitter trolls with? And you know Twitter. Twitter started digging. They was digging. The man went ghost for a minute. He wasn't tweeting. NBA Reddit went to this man Instagram and found out that he had another Instagram account that his brother had tagged as him. Turns out that Instagram account was replying to some LeBron fans saying like, you know, LeBron ain't better than Kevin Durant or whatever. And it just came out like, poof, wait a minute. Kevin Durant has secret accounts that he replied to all the social media hate, and he talked shit on this, but not as him. And it caught up with him. And I thought to myself, maybe it was a joke, and he was speaking in third person as a joke. But no, in an interview, Kevin Durant did. I guess you got to give him credit for this. He came out and said, I do have other accounts. I won't say that I use those accounts to clap back at fans, but I do have other accounts, and I got too deep in, and it caught up with me, and I'm sick, and I didn't sleep for 2 days. I feel so bad that I did that, and I ain't been eating, and cry, BS, BS, BS. LaParis, what is up with your boy Kevin Durant, bro? What's up with this guy? He's weird.
I'm going to say this, bro. And I used to be a fan of Kevin Durant, and every time we talk about Kevin Durant on this show, it's a ton of guys come in this comment section, and they say, well, Kevin Durant been talking trash. Kevin Durant been doing this. Kevin Durant been doing that. Spade, they always say it. I don't know why if he was. That may be true. I don't know. But I didn't notice it like I notice it now. And it seems to me that Kevin Durant even came out with some shoes with all this extra writing at the bottom. I did this, I did this.
Insole.
They calling me Snake. He done got a tattoo of a snake or something. Just a whole Kevin Durant, Spade. He really might be the most frail athlete, and I don't mean body-wise, that too. But he really might be the most frail athlete of all time. People say a lot of things about LeBron, but Kevin Durant really have a problem. He really have a problem when anybody say anything about him that's negative. And I don't even feel that the person that wrote Kevin Durant the tweet was negative, but Kevin Durant,
he wasn't.
Spade, we talked about this last year. I said I don't know why Kevin Durant have all this animosity towards OKC. Kevin Durant, you were right. You went to the Golden State Warriors. You won a championship. Congratulations. Move on. Why are you still talking about the OKC? Somebody asked you. Somebody going to say, well, they asked him about OKC. You could be like, you know what? I appreciate my time there, but I moved on. My life has changed. I had to do what's best. You can answer it like that, and just keep.
Or you can just not answer
it. But no, not Kevin Durant. He gotta go make a ghost account. Got a ghost tweet. Not notice that he's on his main account and tweeting third person. Spade, I do not. I used to love Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant won MVP. That junk touched everybody. Like with his speech and everything. Kevin Durant, and he may have always been this way, but Kevin Durant rubs me the wrong way now, and I don't know why he have all this animosity towards OKC, the coach, Westbrook, the roster. I don't understand it. What is Kevin Durant's problem? You won a championship. Congratulations. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I kind of want to defend him a little bit. Not on the ghost tweet. Like, it's if you're going to clap back, clap back. Like, get you some big kahunas and clap back. And say, man, because I don't like them dudes. They some bombs. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially it came out. Everybody know how you feel about him anyway.
Word.
Steven Adams, Cantor, all these dudes, man, they looking at the tweet. Roberson, they looking at the tweet like, oh, damn. So he's saying it's us. But I read a tweet that I was like, ooh, that person got a point. Somebody tweeted and said Kevin Durant, at the time that they was up 3-1, against the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, was considered the second best player in the league and shot 10 of 30 twice in back-to-back closeout games. In an opportunity to shut down the Warriors, he failed. Not Coach Billy Donovan, not them other players that he's saying wasn't good enough that he can't win with. You shot 10 of 30. You shot 30% in those games.
And we said that on this show, Spade. We said that on this show.
Said it on this show.
Go ahead.
Said it on this show. He shot bad as well as Westbrook. But I will say this. You know, I do YouTube. So I work in a spot where sometimes, man, 1,000 people can come through and say, great video. And that one person can just hit you where it hurt and be like, why do you even do this? You so trash. Why don't you take your own life? And in a minute, I catch myself like, what the? And I'll be ready to respond, and sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Most times I don't. But sometimes they hit me on a day when things ain't going my way, and I ain't ready for that, and you about to get blasted. And he is still human, so I know that happens. My only issue with it, and if you're going to clap back from your account. Get off the secret shit. Get off of that. Yeah, well, Kevin, maybe Kevin, man, just say, they bombs. I ain't want to be there no more. And what? What you going to do about it? Like, you'll earn more respect from me, and I know Kevin Durant don't give a damn about getting respect from me. He don't even know who I am, and I understand that, and I respect that. But you'll get more respect from people like me if you just come back on some OG shit, like, because I ain't want to be there no more, because they bombs. Now what? Like, what y'all going to do? Now what? Everybody be like, damn. I mean,
I might don't agree,
but
if he say that, he say that from his account, but Spade, you got to ask yourself all these questions. If he got one ghost account, why not have two? Why they know about this one now? Why not make another one?
Hey, it's probably one called Number One KD Fan, and it's him.
That's what I'm saying, Spade. Like the problem, Spade, you know me, I don't have a problem. I don't have a if he would have been like from Kevin, I just didn't want to be there anymore. It wasn't in my heart. I love the fans. I just didn't want to deal with OKC. From your account, if he would have said what he said and said, we don't have a problem. But we don't know what the hell Kevin Durant been ghost tweeting. It's just lame to me. It's just lame. It's lame. And somebody gonna get in this comment section and they're gonna try and defend with Kevin Durant. I don't want to hear that. Kevin Durant is a phenomenal player. You too good for this, bro. Like you are too good for this. I don't understand what his problem is. What is your problem?
You know what it makes me wonder, bro? How many other professional athletes do this? Because he can't be the only one. He can't be the only one.
Know, man. You never know.
It's crazy.
You really never know. Let's move on. Speaking of other
Let me say this, and then we can move forward. And I promise I'll shut up after this. I just want anybody listening to know, if you tweet me troll stuff, 90% of the time, I'm not going to give you the time of the day. But when you catch me on that bad day and I cuss your ass out, you getting it from me, homie, okay? You getting it from me. All right, homie, we can go.
Spade, speaking of NBA athletes, Charles Barkley came out, banged the cannon on players in the NBA.
Right.
Because they've been kind of, they don't want to play back-to-backs. And Charles Barkley, what do you call them, Spade? He said they had
poor babies.
Yeah, he called them poor babies. Y'all don't want to play back-to-backs. You poor babies. He said, man, like, this is crazy. Charles Barkley was like, they were professional athletes, and they shouldn't complain about playing back-to-back. I agree with Charles Barkley. But I know the reason why, Spade. I'm going to let you go first. I just want to say this. When we talk about subjects like this, it's a ton of Americans, not just Americans, a ton of people. It's a ton of people that just make, they don't make as much as these professional athletes. They don't make anything close and never will. And they got to go to a job. Some people got to go to a job 5 times a week. Some people got to go to work every day. 7 days a week.
Yeah.
7 days a week at a job they don't want to be up. Some people got to go to a job 7 days a week and work double shifts.
Yeah.
And they got to deal with it. Spade, what is Charles Barkley right, or is they poor babies? Like, talk to your boy.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. Charles is showing his age.
Mm-hmm.
You and I are in our 30s, so we're gonna show our age on this. I assume I don't even know where you stand on it, but I feel like I know, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I feel Barkley. I do. I mean, Barkley said that the most he ever made was $4 million. I think he said in a season. You got guys out here that's making. I think what's old boy? I can't think of his name. The Australian PG that played with the Cavs. What's his name?
Oh, Dellavedova.
Dellavedova make like 10 a year. Dellavedova make like 10 mil a year. Dellavedova. So you got guys that make 15, 20 mil a year or more, and he feels like Charles Barkley feels like the league basically catering to these guys and saying, well, we won't schedule any back-to-back games because these guys can't do it. Now, the league is saying that they are concerned about the safety of the player. And as long as you say that, it's going to be accepted. But let's be honest, the league don't give a damn about the safety of the player.
Nope.
The league gives a damn about people like Greg Popovich pulling his starters and the fans paying their money to see games. And these TV networks are pissed off because the NBA is making a ton of money from these TV networks. And then these stars are not in the game. That's what the NBA worried about, because these networks are probably on their ass like back pockets saying, you think we're going to cut another check for this amount and these stars ain't in this game? Make these coaches play these stars. And Popovich on the phone with them like, you can't make me do shit. So they're like, you know what? We got to make this work. We're going to make these teams not have to play back-to-back. So I understand it from a business aspect. But if I'm Charles Barkley and I'm older, I got a weird walk. I got bad knees. I done sacrificed my body for. And yeah, Charles Barkley was well compensated too, but it pales in comparison to the athletes of today. And I know that's going to continue to be that way as the world continues to rotate on its axis. But if you're Barkley and you walk around with these bad knees or whatever, and you're one of the NBA's 50 greatest players of all time, and you see some guys that you know ain't nowhere near as good as you, Matthew Dellavedova, making $10 million a year, and they ain't got to play back-to-backs, you're looking like, look at these soft-ass dudes. I know that's what he thinking, because that's what I would be thinking. So I understand, Charles, but don't let the league fool you. It ain't about safety.
It's not.
It ain't about nothing but this TV money, fam. So I get it. I understand it.
Yep, because when the next day, you are 100% correct. Because when the next little deal come around, they're going to, you know what NBA, you know what these NBA, you know what these, the people that run TV, you know what they're going to tell the NBA? We don't want back-to-back games. We want this game, this game. They're going to pick the games. They're going to pick them. Yep. And it's going to lower the money. So the NBA was like, you know what? We better nip this crap in the bud before it get there. Another thing, you know what's going to have fans? We're going to be looking around arenas. Now, I know fans, same thing with the NFL. I know fans love this sport. So fans going to show up. They're going to show up. But it's going to have certain fans that can't afford to be at every game like, oh, LeBron and them just played yesterday. They play again tonight. We're not going to go to this second game or this first game because they got a back-to-back. So what they're going to do, they're going to start looking at the schedule and be like, okay, when I go, it's going to be when they was off. It's going, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's how they're going to. That's how they're going to pick games. And the NBA was like, you know what? This crap is going to cost us money, and we cannot allow it. They don't care nothing about the player's safety. All this, you know, the jet lag with the flights. They don't want to hear that. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Popovich don't give a damn about none of that. If Popovich feels sitting his players on the back-to-back is going to help his team, you can find, man, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they find Popovich or the Spurs or both like $1 million. I think they fined Popovich $500,000 and the Spurs $500,000. Pop paid the fine and sat the mugs. The next game they had a back-to-back. He ain't give a damn.
Yep.
So
now you know what's gonna be something to keep an eye on?
What's that?
I'm willing to bet Greg Popovich still sit players this year. He's still gonna sit them.
If they think Popovich care, they don't know that man. Like they going Popovich
He's still gonna sit him. I think he's gonna sit him just to spite this shit.
Yep. I agree. I agree 100%. I definitely think it's all about the money. This is definitely about that TV money and fans coming out to the games. That's it. Because fans ain't going to come. Spade. A lot of people can't afford to get season tickets. So what they do, this game right here, that's why the NBA, that's why these teams be trying to package games. You get 3 games for this amount. But people want to be like, you know what? That's a back-to-back. I'm not paying for that.
Yep.
And that's just what it is, man. I definitely understand why the NBA do it, but don't try and sell me with this player safety crap.
I agree 100%.
Let's move on, homie.
I got another NBA topic, bro.
Damn, a lot.
Let's go to Boston. Yeah, let's go to Boston. Man, the NBA stay popping, man. That's why it's the greatest sport on the planet Earth.
Spade, you watching?
Let's go to Boston for this next one, bro. And let's talk newly acquired. Oh, you had something else? Go ahead.
You said the NBA is the greatest sport. You said the NBA. But what about basketball? You watching NCAA or college football? I'm just asking.
I'm editing this out. So, you're so immature, bro.
I'm just asking.
I'm trying to do a job here.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow. What I got to deal with?
I'm just saying, you ain't tuning in to Canes basketball. I'm just saying.
Go. Yes, I am.
You're not tuning in to Canes basketball. You tuning
in. I saw
in.
Shane Larkin out there battling in the
tourney? You seen him in the tourney?
Yes. Listen, man. Newly acquired point guard for the Boston Celtics, Kyrie Irving, recently, from what I'm hearing, what my sources are telling me is he recently hit up Stephen A. Smith and said, I want to come to the show. I was like, oh. I think everybody was kind of like, oh, okay. Kyrie goes to the show. Everybody knows what's coming.
Word.
He about to get interrogated.
Word.
The whole world want to know your perspective. What happened between you and LeBron? Why would you leave a team that's destined to go to the finals year after year after year? But instead, what we got was more like Kyrie Irving, the politician. He kind of gave some answers. He kind of didn't. He did a lot of dancing. Let me tell you, that boy got some nifty footwork, man. He was cutting the rug. He was dancing around up there. He wasn't answering a whole lot of questions. I was seeing some people. I don't know. I don't understand if people understood what was going on. I saw some guys on Twitter like, Kyrie Irving up there trying to talk about him, and every other question is about LeBron. This is why athletes don't like the media. And I was like, huh? Kyrie called and asked to come to the show. He had to have known what was coming. If he didn't, he need to fire every single person on his team. And I ain't talking about the Celtics. I'm talking about like managers and PR people, and those people should have had Kyrie prepared, and I'm pretty sure he was prepared. So he just chose to dance around the questions. Now, I want your opinion on that, but before I pass it to you, his ex-teammate, Shumpert, was just on a radio show, and Shumpert answered the question. He gave better answers about the Kyrie shit than Kyrie. Blow my mind. I'm trying to remember exactly verbatim what Shumpert said. I don't want to screw it up, but Shumpert said something along the lines of, man, you know, it was times that we leaned on Kyrie to score. It was times that we needed him. And you got to understand, Kyrie been doing this since before LeBron came back. So for him to want to go somewhere and prove that he's better than just LeBron's sidekick, that's understandable. And I was like, God, he made it sound so easy. If he could say it like that, why couldn't Kyrie say it like that? I know Kyrie isn't Shumpert. They don't have to say it the same way. It's just how I felt. LePez, how did you feel about it? First of all, did you see it?
I seen it.
And if you saw it, how did you feel about it?
I definitely seen it. And as soon as I seen it, as soon as I saw it, Spade, I was like, this is so awkward. And this was before I knew that Kyrie asked to come on the show. But let me tell you something, Spade. Especially, you know, usually these guys have public relation guys and publicists and guys that's like, okay, you know, now with Spade, I love our show, but you know, if we was to get a superstar like a Kyrie, a Shaq, or a LeBron, they publicists going to be like, you can ask them this, you can't ask them that, you can ask them this, you can't.
Yes, sir.
That's what they're going to do to us.
I've seen that firsthand, bro. I've seen it firsthand.
That's what they're going to do to us. I don't know if you can do that to First Take or a.
You can. You can, and that happens.
Spade. Well, let me say this. Kyrie asking to go up there, you knew they were going to get him. You knew he was going to get hammered about LeBron questions. What happened with the Cavs? What's the story? LeBron said he was going to kick your ass if he seen you. How did you feel about that? You knew they were, Spade. If I knew they was going to ask Kyrie all that, surely if Kyrie didn't know, his people knew. Or maybe, I'm going to just say this, maybe they told him not to ask them things and Kyrie was blindsided. I don't know, but you still gotta be quick and be able to answer them questions better than what he did. The way he was asked, I'm like, this is so awkward. Spade, it was very awkward. It wasn't even a segment where it was like, Kyrie gonna come on the show and then he's gonna leave and we're gonna do our regular show. He was there for the entirety of the 2-hour show, which just made it more awkward. Spade.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. I love Kyrie. Kyrie from Jersey. I rock with Kyrie as a player.
Kyrie from Australia. He's from Australia.
I rock with Kyrie as a player, Spade, but that just, I think when you're in Kyrie's situation, especially going on a show like that, you just gotta keep it 100. You don't gotta be like, man, I don't like LeBron. You don't gotta be like that. You could be like, you know what? I wanted to venture out. I wanted to run my own team. Basically, he kept saying, I wanted to become a better PG. I wanted to perfect my craft. You can still say that and still answer the questions. How did you feel about LeBron when he said, I wanted to kick your ass? You could be like, man, I was blindsided. I didn't know, you know, it was some animosity. Or maybe say it was some animosity so I could understand why LeBron felt that way. And that could just be that. If you're going to go on these shows to all athletes, and God willing, I show blow and we get athletes too. If you come on this show, it's going to be some hard questions being asked. You either got to keep it funky or you got to keep it 100, keep it funky, or either have that little politically correct answer to just be like, blah, 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 blah. Can we move on? Let's move on. But the way it was coming across, it was very awkward to me. I felt like Kyrie was not prepared. I really wanted it to end. I wanted it to end not only for Kyrie, but
it made me feel uncomfortable.
It did,
I wasn't
bro.
even up there.
It did. I wanted it to end not only for Kyrie, but I wanted it to end for First Take. Because Kyrie was trying to get at Max, and you know, Max went to Columbia, brilliant, high IQ. Max was firing right back at him, and Kyrie was not prepared for what Max was bringing. And it was the whole situation was awkward. The whole situation, it was just awkward. It was just awkward. I want athletes to realize, like I said, maybe Kyrie publicists, or maybe they did say, don't ask him about this, don't ask him about that. And Stephen A. Smith and Max was like, damn, now we got Kyrie, we asking. Maybe that happened. But you gotta have.
I don't believe that.
Say it again.
Yeah, but I don't think it was that, because you know what? At first I was like, you're right, it could have been that. But I think if that happens on one of those commercial breaks, Kyrie goes, you know what? We asked y'all not to do that. We did it anyway. I'm out.
We out.
And they would have came back from commercial, and they would have just been the regular cast up there. So I don't even believe
I agree
that.
with you 100%, Spade. And I just when you gotta know they're gonna ask them questions. You gotta know they're gonna ask them questions. So you either need to be well prepared or just you gotta be well prepared. You don't ask to come on the show and then don't be prepared. Like you don't. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they asking me this. Come on, man. Come on. That's I hate to say it, but that's dumb. You asked to come here, so you know they like. I know they got that call. Like hell yeah, come tomorrow. We about to ask you everything about what went wrong with the Cavs. They even asked them simple questions. Like they asked them, like, okay, you in the you're going to Boston, and I know we long on this, but this is my last point. They asked them, you're with the Boston Celtics now. Do you think the Boston Celtics can dethrone the Cavs, to make it to the finals? He was like, we have to wait and see, bro. Then what you leave for? You better be emphatically saying yes. You need to be saying yes. I mean, they had the number 1 seed with 5'8" Isaiah Thomas. You're supposed to be better than Isaiah Thomas. They had the number 1 seed with Isaiah Thomas. You're supposed to be the missing link. They just traded a ton of players for you. You better be saying yes. We have to wait and see. What? Come on, man. You're not even sure about Boston.
Even trying to get him to say he was the best point guard in the. They needed something. They was trying to get something juicy. And like I said, man, I guess kudos to him because he did a great job of being politically correct up there. But it was awkward for the view.
It was totally awkward. He's not even
to watch it. It just made me feel weird. It was
awkward, and he's not even sure about Boston. If I consider me to be a top PG, and they just traded me for another PG, and the PG they just traded me for, they had the number 1 seed. Yeah, I feel like I can get them over the hump. I at least say that, even if I don't believe it. Every team in the NBA gonna be like, we playing for the playoffs. We playing for a championship. You think the Kings out there like we playing for the number 1 pick in the draft? Come on.
Yeah. Philly might say that though.
You right.
Go ahead, bro.
Let's move on, bro. In other news, gotta take it to college football. The Florida State Seminoles was back on the field. Florida State Seminoles was back on the field today, and they took on.
Were they? They was on the field today, bro.
Wow, bro, that's what we doing. Can I give them the topic, please? Can I give them the topic, please?
I didn't know.
The Florida State Seminoles was back on the field today, and they took on the North Carolina State Wolfpack. And Francois is out with a season-ending injury, and we started a freshman quarterback. First collegiate start, and I mean, he was solid, but we couldn't really get in the end zone. And we ended up taking a tough loss to NC State. We lost 27-21, if I'm not mistaken. We missed some field goals. We missed some tackles. It was just crazy. I felt like it was some rust because they had the hurricane down there. Irma went down there, and it was off for a bunch of days, and it definitely was a little rusty. A bunch of offside penalties, but anyway. That wasn't even Florida State losing, getting upset wasn't even the story of the game. If you guys didn't know, Bradley Chubb, a stud defensive lineman from NC State, that they were saying this guy's projected to be a first-round draft pick in the NFL. After the game, he went to the center of the field, to the Seminole that's in the middle of the field, and it seemed to me that he spit on the Seminole. Like, in a disrespectful manner, Spade, how did you feel about the game? Start there, and then about what Bradley Chubb did to the Seminole at midfield.
Well, let me just tell you, I didn't know it was a game, but I got this little device over here, and I quickly watched the entire game while you was just talking, like in super fast motion, and I feel good about the game. I feel really good.
Yeah, I bet.
This is the first time the Seminoles have started a season 0-2 since 1989. The Seminoles is in complete disarray. Everything is on fire down there, and at some point this season, they got to deal with my Canes. It's not going to go good for the nose. Ain't going to be no, ain't going to be none of that. None of that. But yeah, man, I saw the footage.
If Miami beat, I got a Florida State Seminole hat. If Miami beat the nose, Spade, I will cop a U hat. I will cop a Miami Hurricane hat. I promise you.
And do what with it?
Burn it. Nah, I wear it. I wear it on the show. I wear it on the show.
You don't get to make a bet with me.
Bro, I said I will wear it on the show.
I would tell you what you can do after we beat y'all.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? Because you're not finna just get a fly-ass hat. Like, we got a fly hat. So you just gonna be walking around looking fly? That ain't no punishment.
Not that fly.
That ain't no punishment, walking around with a fly hat on your head.
Go
but
ahead.
anyway,
Go ahead,
I saw the video of Bradley Chubb, and let me tell you something. Bradley Chubb was jogging, stopped midfield, revved back, and fired a shot on the logo. The coach was behind him, kind of touched him on his back. He turned around, he kind of dapped the coach, hugged the coach. And right after that, he pulled a Baker Mayfield. In an interview, he said he didn't even realize that he said he spit a lot. He must have just spit. He didn't even realize that he was spitting. He was going to meet the coach. You can look at the video. He ran by the damn coach.
Yep.
So I don't know if he was. My thing is this. I hate to do this. It goes back to Baker Mayfield. This is what I'm talking about. If you're going to let Baker Mayfield run to the center of the field and stamp his flag in the logo of the opposing team, then you're going to have to allow this. And it ain't going to stop right here with Bradley Chubb. It didn't start with Baker Mayfield. It's not going to stop with Bradley Chubb. It's going to be a player every week probably that do something like this. And once again, instead of just being able to sit here and watch college football, somebody's going to have to make a damn rule about something this stupid. Because if they don't, this kind of stuff is going to continue to happen. And it's going to lead to some fights. Some players are going to be extremely offended and disrespected. And it's going to end up being a fight. That's what it's going to end up being. And look, man, I'm a braggadocio type of guy. You know, my sport days are over. My sport days exist on consoles. I play video games. I talk trash. And when you talk trash to me, it takes me to the next level. I like a little bit of trash talk. But something you don't have to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Talk your trash. Baker Mayfield back in the news this week because he just told Baylor that they forgot who their daddy is and he was about to give him a spanking. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But this kind of stuff right here is going to end up leading to fights, man. And my biggest issue with it is Bradley Chubb coming out saying, oh, that was unintentional. I didn't even realize I spat. I spit a lot. I must have just spat, and the wind probably caught my spit and directed it toward the logo. I didn't even know they had a logo. I'm just an innocent. Like, get the hell out of here, man. That bothers me. If you're going to do the same thing I told Kevin Durant, you're going to do some wild stuff, come out and say, yeah, man, I just had a big game. We was the dogs in this game. We was underdogs. We came out and we upset those dudes. I felt good. I get tired of them dudes beating us. I walked up to the logo and spat on that joint. Maybe I went too far, but I did it. That's how I was feeling at the moment.
Say, Spade. You taking the words right out of my mouth.
That's all I want.
You taking the words right out of my mouth. That's all you got to say. I was excited. They the number 12 ranked team. They ain't had a game. They ain't had a game in weeks. I know they're excited to play. I was excited to play them. Like my team, I showed my team. He came to play. He had a phenomenal game. He had a phenomenal game. I was excited. We just upset. We was dogs. We upset the number 12 Florida State Seminoles. I ran to the middle of the field. I took it too far. I apologize, but I was excited. I was excited. This was a big win for my school, and I was excited. That's all you gotta say. Ain't nobody mad at you. But coming out saying, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even spit. I didn't know I spit." How you don't know spit come out your mouth? To me, one of the most disrespectful things, he didn't spit on a person, but the most disrespectful thing you can do is spit on somebody. And to spit on that logo, and I hate to take it this way, of a Native American, it's a Native American head.
PC, here come the PC police.
I'm not saying this because of me, Spade. I played ball. I did a lot of stupid crap. But just come out and say, I didn't spit. I didn't know I spit. How you don't know you spit out your mouth, bro? Come on, like that's a lie. That's a blatant lie. You could have just been sincere. This is the problem with a lot of guys too. They just don't be sincere and real. If you be sincere and real, a lot of people would be like, you know what? I could forgive that guy. He made a mistake. I made a mistake. I took it too far, but I was excited, y'all. This is a big win for my school, and I think people would have been fine with that. But just to come out and be like, oh my gosh, I spit a lot. I didn't even mean that. I spit in the wind. Come on, that's a lie. That's a lie.
But he didn't say the wind thing. That was
I know. I'm trolling too. I'm trolling too. But yeah, I just feel the saying I didn't mean to spit on the logo, bro. You ran to the middle of the field, but you right, Spade.
Because of Baker Mayfield, when you got there.
Yeah. Because of Baker Mayfield, like I agree with you 100%. This ain't going to stop. It's going to be somebody that's going to run to the middle of the field, and they're going to act like they pulling their pants down, and they're going to take a dump. We just escalating it. We going up every week. It done went from fanning the flag to now spit. It's going to be somebody taking a dump on a logo. Just watch. It's on the way.
Yep.
Spade.
Got to be stopped.
NC State played well, man, and Chubb had a great game, but it's over. His great game is overlooked by that for no reason.
And it's crazy because the talk was, man, like NFL scouts is salivating at the talent of this dude, and they're expecting him to be a first-round pick. Mm-hmm. And now, anytime you search this game, it says Bradley Chubb spat on, like, so he just overshadowed his own great performance with that. Come on, man. Don't do that.
You ready to move on?
All right, let's keep it moving, bro. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's talk a little bit of boxing, and I know what you guys are thinking. Wait, hold up. What? I got you, though. We losing a great, but not in a bad way. A man came through, had a great career, walked out on his own terms, and I can't do nothing but salute that. Of course, I'm talking about light heavyweight fighter Andre Ward, who Ring Magazine says is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet Earth. He is calling it quit. His professional record is 32-0. I think he has some super middleweight. He had some run as a super middleweight, but for me, I know him as a light heavyweight. And yeah, man, he was definitely a great fighter. And I like that he went out on his own terms. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get beat up to the point where didn't nobody want to see him fight anymore. People still were saying, we want to see Andre Ward versus this guy, Andre Ward versus this guy. Like, he still had that demand and he just chose to walk away. I respect it, bro. How you feel about it?
I mean, kudos to him. And, there's people in that comment section that were saying, hey, Andre Ward needs to fight Triple G. Triple G needs to fight Andre Ward. We want that fight. But I want to say kudos to Andre Ward.
Said Triple G was ducking Andre Ward.
Yeah, that's what they said. But Spade, I want to say kudos to Andre Ward because we see a lot of fighters. Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, Evander Holyfield. I mean, guys that we respect, that we love, and they just still out there fighting. Now, one thing I want to say with boxing retirements are funny because somebody always coming with that bag, as they say. Somebody always bringing that bag in. I just hope Andre Ward stay retired because we done seen a ton of people say, I'm retired. They be going for a little bit, and then somebody bring that bag, and they right back like they never left. Andre Ward, you have made your money. You had an excellent career. You retired. Go talk on somebody TV. Get another. Might not be that big bag, Spade, but ain't nothing wrong with a little duffel. You know what I mean? Get that little bag, talking boxing on TV, and just enjoy your life. It's a lot of reports about boxing, head injuries, CTE, sports, head trauma, and if Andre Ward, you have all
cricket judges.
That's true. You have all your faculties in order. You rich as hell. You don't have to take that beating anymore. Kudos to you. Thanks for giving us some great fights. And there's nothing else you can say, man. I think he had a great career, and I'm just happy he's one of the few guys that's able to say, you know what? It's enough. I had enough. I made my money. I'm ready to move on to the next phase of my life.
Agreed.
Let's move on. Let's take it to the NFL. The real best league. Let's take it to the best league.
How many NFL topics we got on this show? We were struggling to find topics in this sport. Bro.
Not really. Spade, you was kind of vetoing everything I did. I said
it was bad topics.
But let's move on.
Listeners, y'all can thank me.
I'll take it to Minnesota.
Go ahead.
We're going to take it to Minnesota. Going to take it to Minnesota, and we're going to talk about Sam Bradford's knee injury, man. Sam Bradford is hurt again. I tell you, we know Teddy Bridgewater, he still ain't right yet. So you would think, Sam Bradford hurt, put Teddy B back in. He's still not right. Some people are speculating that Teddy Bridgewater may never get back. With Teddy Bridgewater saying he's going to continue to work to get back healthy, to get back in the league. Spade. Sam Bradford hurt again. Minnesota. I think they played the Saints the first games. Was it the first game? It was the first game. They played the Saints, and Sam Bradford was dotting the Saints defense up. Well, who done? Brady just dotted up the Saints defense. You want to get your quarterback right, put the Saints on the schedule. Saints on the schedule, your quarterback going to throw for 400.
That's so disrespectful.
I'm just saying, it's true, bro. It's true. You want to get your quarterback right. Sam Bradford dotted up the Saints. I mean, Diggs looked amazing. Thielen looked amazing. Cook looked amazing. Rudolph looked amazing. But Sam Bradford is hurt again, Spade. Talk to me about Sam Bradford injury.
It's got to be, this same knee that Sam Bradford hurt on a non-contact play has been surgically repaired twice. Mm-hmm. Sam Bradford ain't no spring chicken no more. He's getting older. The thing about it that kind of just baffles me, when Bridgewater went down, as bad as his injury was, you could look at it and say, man, this kid might never play football again, and I definitely understand that. But I was so, flabbergasted at Minnesota how quickly they said, you know what? Boom. Even if Teddy come back, Sam Bradford is our guy. Like it was almost like, to me, on the outside looking in, it looked like the Minnesota people was happy he was down. Like they was like, cool, he's out the way. We got Bradford. Now they saying that Teddy Bridgewater's looking good. Like his recovery's going well. I don't think he's ready, and even if he was ready, he can't play. He's on the pup list, so he can possibly play to week 7 anyway. But the thing about Sam Bradford that just blows my mind is that Sam Bradford continues to, like, even after this, man, like, they love this guy. And I know I did some research before the show. I didn't realize just how much of a stud the guy was in high school. They say that he could have easily went D1 in basketball. He averaged a double-double. In high school, I think he averaged like 19 points and 10 or 11 boards. I mean, like, Sam Bradford played everything, man. He played hockey. He played everything. And you know this guy won tons of awards. I don't know if it was 2008 or 2009 when he won the Heisman. Great player. But health has always been a question mark for him, and it's amazing to me that he continues to get shots. I don't know what the Vikings are going to do, man. They got Case Keenum playing right now. Case just played against the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I'm not mistaken, and he threw the football 37 times. So, you know, the Vikings didn't want to bring AP back. For some reason, I don't really understand. They went and got Latavius Murray, who I don't think he's an AP. And I don't know, man. I don't know. It got to be tough to be a Viking fan. If you're a Viking fan, you can call our hotline, man, and you can just vent to us. And we ain't going to charge you much. Like $2 a minute. $2 a minute. But y'all need somebody to talk to. It's bad over there, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do.
This knee injury, man, with Sam Bradford, he's had a ton of injuries during his career, and I'm not saying he's done. I'm just saying it's just another setback for Sam Bradford. I mean, Sam Bradford was, you know, the rookie wage scale pretty much came after the year Sam Bradford went to the league, because he got like $50 million guaranteed and didn't even play like the first 3 years with the Rams.
Yeah.
So they was like, you know what, we need a rookie wage scale that, you know, so that won't happen again. Like, he killed their cat. He pretty much killed them. Gave him $50 million guaranteed. They played with like the first 2 or 3 years. It's just another setback for Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford, if I'm not mistaken, somebody going to correct me if I'm wrong, but more than likely I'm right. If I'm not mistaken, he set the completion percentage record last year, so he had a solid season last year for the Vikings. And I mean, he came out this year on fire, flaming the Saints. But like I said, everybody flaming the Saints. But Minnesota had high expectations. It looked like you know, Dalvin Cook back there. The crazy thing is they signed Latavius Murray, and I haven't even seen him in the game. Maybe he played, but I haven't seen him because Dalvin Cook look amazing. I mean, we know what we getting from Stephon Diggs. We know what we getting from Thielen. Kyle Rudolph, if I'm not mistaken, Spade, you had a top 5 on your tight end list. I mean,
I did.
Definitely a solid tight end in the league. Again, Spade, they're a quarterback away. Their defense is lights out. Their defense lights out. One of the best front sevens, a good corner. Their cornerback was on my top 5 list. I mean, they got safeties. They got a solid team to compete in the league. But again, it's the quarterback position. Teddy B
and Case Keenum might be the man.
Might be.
You know, he might work. Like Case Keenum, I'm one of those guys. I know we can keep it moving after this, but Case had a hell of a collegiate career, man.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys, I have a hard time. People always say, well, it's a different league. And I say, yeah, to a certain extent. But I mean, if you're a good quarterback, it's about reading defenses and making throws. I feel like if you can do that at the collegiate level, you can do it at the pro level. So, I mean, you got to find the right scheme and the right system to put him in. Maybe he can't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some throws he ain't the best at, but you find out what your quarterback good at, and you put him in the system to help him excel the same way the Chiefs did for Alex Smith. I mean, you know, they gave Alex Smith I don't know. I don't know, man. Case Keenum might be okay. If you're a Vikings fan, hit us up. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know
y'all believe in Case.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feeling?
Let us know in the comment section, man. I'm still rooting for Teddy Bridgewater. I hope his career isn't over. I think Teddy Bridgewater can be something in this league. Leave your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. And, you know, Sam Bradford, if I'm not mistaken, Spade, you're getting a second opinion, correct?
I think so.
When you're getting a second opinion, that's never good. That's never good. So I hope it's not season ending, but more than likely, when you're getting a second opinion, it's because you really want that second opinion to be what you want to hear. And more than 9 times out of 10, it's never like that. So, Vikings, we have to wait and see what Case Keenum brings to the table. Spade, we can move on.
All right, last segment of the day, folks. We call this segment the Strong Arm Performer of the Week.
Heisman of podcast.
This is kind of like, it's really the Heisman of podcast, man. It's a very prestigious award that we give to a male or female who raised his or her level of play to ensure that their team got the victory in the previous week. We give this award away twice a week, man, and I'm telling you, if you get one of these from us, you need to put that on put it on the top of your mantle. Like, if you won a Heisman and you won a Strong Arm Performer of the Week, put the Heisman down low. Put that Strong Arm Performer of the Week up high. LaParis, you're on the hot seat. You're going first. Who's your Strong Arm Performer of the Week, homie, and why?
I got a good one. Spade, it's crazy because we watched last Thursday. I forgot who the Bengals played. Who did the Bengals play when I killed them last week on the show? They played somebody. I don't remember who they played. I don't remember.
The Texans.
Played the Texans. That's right. And Deshaun Watson ran that. Yeah, that's right. They played the Texans in Spade. They was like, next Thursday, on Thursday Night Football, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And I was like, holy crap, this might be worse than what we're watching right now. I was like, holy crap. But Spade.
Wouldn't the Thursday night games got a reputation of being trash anyway?
I mean, that's true. But Spade, when they said Rams and Niners, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I was like, this might be worse than what we're watching right now. But Spade, it actually turned out to be a very exciting game, especially if you like offense. If you like offense, yeah. I mean, Aaron Donald made some plays too, some clutch plays too. But Spade, my Strong Arm Performer this week goes to none other than Todd Gurley, who seems to be having a bounce back year so far. I know it's only week 2. But he seems to be having a bounce back year, Spade. And Todd Gurley had 28 carries, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 catches, 36 yards, and another touchdown. Spade, that's just Todd Gurley being Todd Gurley. So for that reason, Todd Gurley, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. And Todd Gurley, you keep running that route like that, you may get your butt back in the top 5 running backs in the league. Because, I mean, Todd Gurley has been playing.
You just called him trash. And I was trying to wait till you just called him trash.
I said he was trash?
You said any running back who don't average 4 a pop is trash. I said Todd Gurley didn't even average.
But
I think I said Todd Gurley didn't even average 3. You said Todd Gurley was trash this year.
You good. You said, are we rounding up? Because Todd Gurley averaged 3.8. I remember exactly verbatim. So we rounding up, he averaged 4 a pop. 3.8 is 4.
He didn't average that last year. He might average that for his career. He didn't average that last year.
Spade. I said, don't try to shit on my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. Todd Gurley.
Okay.
Todd Gurley.
I just need confirmation. Is he not trash anymore?
Todd Gurley. You having a bounce back year, Spade.
Okay.
Check the tape.
That's a pretty good one, I guess. But I got a better one, and this pains me. Miami Dolphin fans, if you want to, you can go ahead and click off if you're watching the video, go ahead and end it now. If you're listening on a podcast, Miami Dolphin fans, Atlanta Falcon fans, go ahead and end it. Falcon fans too, end it now. This pains me, but this lets you know I am a professional. And I have a job to do. I take this very serious.
Oh, Lord.
I have to put my fanmanship aside. My Strong Arm Performer of the Week is none other than Tom Brady. Let me tell you what Tom did, bro. Now, granted, Tom played against the Saints, and my man just got through telling y'all, man, hey, the Saints out there, everything work against the Saints. If you got some new plays, go to page 13 in the playbook and say, we ain't never ran this shit before. Try it on the Saints.
Spade, let me cut you off real quick, Spade. Week 1, they were saying Tom Brady was washed against the Chiefs. You want to get your quarterback right, put the Saints on the schedule.
Let me tell you what this man did to the Saints. He threw 39 passes. He completed 30 of them. 30 of 39 for 447 yards through the air. 3 TDs and no INTs. And I'm not sure on this last stat, but I don't think he sweated at all. Like at the end of the game, he took his helmet off and he did, you know what I'm talking about. You know that half flip. I'm bald, so I can't do it. But the half flip, I think he did that. And I think he raked his fingers through the hair on some model shit, and he walked off. 30 of 39 for 447 and 3 TDs and no picks. Damn, Saints. I don't know. The league might have to let the Saints put a 12th player on the field. 11 clearly ain't enough for the Saints. The Saints should be allowed to put 12 defenders on the field. They're terrible. But for that performance, Tom Brady, you are my, and it pains me, Tom, but you are my strong arm performer of the week. That's a big ball game right there, man. Well, that's some big baller brand.
Well deserved, but you gotta put an asterisk by it. It was the Saints, man. It was the Saints.
But bro,
I'm gonna tell you what, Spade. Cam Newton. I'm calling early strong arm performer of the week. If Cam Newton come out and play the Saints and don't have a good game, Spade, Carolina gonna hear from me next week.
You gotta roast him. I was gonna say you gotta fire him up.
Carolina will hear from me next week. Everybody like the Saints up, and I know what somebody's gonna say. Well, it's a little different. Carolina and the Saints are division foes. I don't want to hear that.
That's true though.
Everybody like the Saints up, Spade. Everybody like true, Spade. We can, me and you can go out there and light the Saints up. We can go light the Saints up.
But you know, we got this rule on this show.
What's that?
We got something called DO, and not D-O.
Yeah.
D-U-E.
Yeah. So
hey, every once in a while, a bad team just be due. Like, they just be due to play better, and they just come out. They might be due.
I don't know about that.
They gave up half a hundo to Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady got to be 58 years old.
I'm going to tell you what, you let Carolina not come out there and play amazing this week, and I'm going to be due for flaming them, because I'm going to be due.
I hope so.
We rock with Cam Newton on this show, but if we see,
you're making it hard.
The eye test is the eye test, and so far I'm not liking what I see from Cam Newton. But I'm gonna say that for next week. Cam Newton, right, you better deliver. And I know they 2-0, so before y'all kill me. Listen, Spade, it's been an excellent show, man.
Facts. That's what we do.
I definitely want to thank. Go ahead, Spade.
No, I said that's what we do. We bring great shows.
That's true. But I definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know we're dealing with a lot of things in this country today. But with that being said, to get your mind on something, click play on Strong Arm Sports, man. If you haven't listened to our old episodes, they up, man. All our episodes is on this channel. So if you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button and take 2 seconds. It's a little bell up there in case you love what you're hearing, which I'm pretty sure you already do. You can hit that bell up there. And it notify you every time we post a new episode. But if you don't like to see two dudes arguing in a box, that's fine. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, {UPodOmatic}, iTunes. We got you covered on every social media avenue. You should not be missing any show ever. You should not be missing a show. We want to thank y'all for your continued support, man. We love y'all all. We'll see you guys next episode. Spade, you got anything else to add before I close, though?
Nah, man.
Yeah, man. We'll see you guys next episode, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. We out. Peace.